You already know this is Punk Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshine. I can't be boxing, man. It's too old school, man. It's gonna make me look old, man. Gonna make me look old. Can't be boxed. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man. Y'all read the title. Bob Arum, aka Dinosaur, aka Jurassic Park, aka got 5 more years to live. Bob Arum, old behind, old crusty behind, still telling lies, you liar, liar. Mr. Pinocchio of the day. I'm a real boy. Bob Arum, is it true that you're working on a fight between Bud Crawford and Manny Pacquiao? Yeah, I am. We're looking at November. Really? When Thanksgiving? Well, you know, yeah, probably around Thanksgiving. You a liar! Liar! What's good, Mike? What's good? Tangible? Good. UB? What's good? Smash the like button. Y'all already know the visibility of the live show. Help the visibility of the channel and the videos. You already know, man. Help your brother out. This is for hardcore boxing fans. Anyway. It's not setting notifications, but I'm not gonna be here for quite too long, you know. I just want to give you all the intros and then everybody can chime in on what the hell I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, so yeah. Man, I think we've been talking about Bob Arum since coronavirus more than any other fighter, right? We've been talking about Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn more than anything else, right? Because they're in charge of their promotional company and, you know, they're the one that actually puts the events out that we want to see or we're frustrated about. Anyway, so if y'all been following your boy Punch Drunk, if y'all been following your boy Punch, you know that I was desperate to see Jungriel Casimero versus Naoya Inoue. I was desperate to see that fight. April 25th, I put it down on my calendar. I said, even if my wife tries to bother me that day, that it was going to be a divorce. I told her it was going to be a divorce. Do not play with me. April 25th. Then COVID-19 hit. And don't mind the babies crying, you know. Too much baby. Don't work it on. So I was really looking forward for that fight, for unification bout between Inoue versus Casimero. We was hyped about it. Casimero was always here. He was always in America. He was getting ready. Him with Sean Gibson, Manny Pacquiao promotions. And then all of a sudden, we started hearing about Joshua Greer. But Joshua Greer already fought. We started hearing about Inoue might not be coming. Then we heard that Inoue is here. Then I don't know. It just fell apart. It just fell apart. I do not understand why. I do not understand why. Now, this is Casimero not fighting Inoue. It has to do with the brush off that Manny Pacquiao got for Bob Arum. Like, my man, leave me alone, man. Hey, come on, Manny, we made so much money together. We made so much money together, Manny. I don't know. I do not want to mess with you, Bob Arum. You could, I could help you out with my other fighters, but not with me because you remember Australia. I think that you was into a little corruption there, but you know what? I love God and I forgive you for it. What's up, Guido? What's up, Lando? What's good? So, y'all know a lot of people feel that Manny Pacquiao going to Australia fighting Jeff Horn felt a little bit corrupted, you know? And also, Bob Arum, Bob Arum left Manny Pacquiao hanging. You remember when he left Manny Pacquiao hanging? When he made those remarks? Which I agree with Manny Pacquiao with those remarks saying that when they asked him about in reference to same-sex marriage, and Manny Pacquiao said, well, you know, if you look at animals, and you know, they know man is with men, man is with women, female with males, and you know, that's not true. That is not true. So I agree. He got what is it? Nike dropped him. The whole world was on top of Manny Pacquiao. Apologized. He needed to apologize. I just got Manny Pacquiao. I was mad about Manny Pacquiao because he apologized. He should have never apologized for the truth. Manny Pacquiao, don't you? I was like, come on, Manny Pacquiao, your faith got to be stronger than that. Don't let the devil people make you apologize, Manny. You know it's in the Bible. You know it's abomination. We know. And Bob Arum came out on ESPN and said, you know, that should have, you know, I agree with Manny Pacquiao. But this guy's also a Jew. He should agree with Manny Pacquiao because, damn it, Jew and Christianity, they follow the same orders, damn it. But no, Bobby ran for cover and didn't get Manny Pacquiao's back. All that money he put inside his pockets, he wasn't with Manny Pacquiao in that sense. He left him hanging. Murray was good. Carlo was good. Everybody smash the like button. Smash the like button. Damn it, if 13 people here, then it got to be 13 likes. I don't want to hear it, damn it. Share it, too. It could be just us. I don't give a damn. Now, talks is, now, yeah, you know who is going to be fighting Maloney. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad fight, but I was desperate to see Casimero, especially with his momentum of 5 straight stoppages, going to a unification bout versus the monster, El Monstruo, Inoue, who had a great outing and showed a lot of grit, heart, and determination, fighting Nonito Donaire, another Filipino warrior, another future Hall of Famer. It showed a lot of Inoue. What's good, S? You agreed? Yes, sir. We'll be talking about that too. We'll be talking about that too, my friend. Hold on. Let me girl. Don't allow. That's allowed. What you talking about? Yeah, you know. Breaking news: Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez have agreed to terms for lightweight title unification fight in late October. Sources tell Athletic great progress made toward the fight. Headline ESPN rather than pay-per-view. Can't wait for this one. Oh Lord, ladies and gentlemen. Let me read you the last part because, damn it, this is what I've been saying and the negotiation was happening. Is it going to be pay-per-view? Is it going to be ESPN Plus? Is it going to be regular ESPN? Great progress made toward the fight. Headline ESPN rather than pay-per-view. Can't wait for this one. Okay. We're going to be talking about this, yes, and we're going to be timing in on the Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko. Now, you saw the video that I have. Yo, Moonshine, there are other channels out there that seem to believe that Pac is ducking Spence. What do you think? They are delusional, Carlo. They are delusional. They're delusional, my brother. They're delusional. Who the hell Manny Pacquiao needs to duck anybody? This is Manny Pacquiao. Hasn't he proven enough that do this game? What's good, Shiz? Hasn't he proven enough that... Come on, man. Mike Compinger just reported. You remember what I said about Mike Compinger. He wants to be the first. He wants to be the first, right? He wants to be the first. I already said these things, my brother, right? I already said these things. They're a step behind, UB. No, they're a step behind, brother. Yes. I already broke that thing down, my friend. You heard what I said. You saw my last video, right? Huh? Veselu Lomachenko Montana. You want to play rough? Huh? Okay, Teofimo Lopez. Let's go back to the negotiation thing. Okay, look, you cry like a little puto. All right? Let's talk about it. Okay? Here we go. Let's sit around the table. I got a proposition for you. Okay? I got a proposition for you, Teofimo Lopez. Okay? Because I want this fight more than you want to fight. And you know what? This $800,000 I'm gonna give you is gonna make me work harder. I know it's for all the belts and all the glory. But you know what? Just because I'm giving you $800,000, you're gonna make me look a little harder. You know what? I'm gonna beat your fucking ass. You know why? Because you're making me mad. You're not making me mad. Okay? I'm giving you money out of my pocket for that. Okay? You're gonna have to pay me an interest if I beat your ass. Okay? And this going to all my fucking haters out there. And this I'm speaking as moonshine. You all a bunch of fucking assholes. Yeah, I'm talking about YouTube channels and everybody that want to hate. You know why? Because you don't got the guts to be who you want to be. Treat people like me. Treat people like me so you can punch your fucking fingers and say that's the bad guy. So what that makes you? Good? You know good. You just know how to lie. Me, I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say goodnight to the bad guy. It's going to be a long time you see another bad guy like this, I tell you that. Mr. Moonshine, tell him. Anyway, ain't no Manolo out here, baby. I ain't no Manolo. Puto, you flinch. T.O. is actually getting 1.5. All we want from T.O. to at least come home with a meal. Remember, everything he's getting cuts in half. Okay? Everything you see in the boxing and every offer that you see cuts in half. If you see $1 million, just think about $500,000. Almost 6, all right? Cut it in half almost. Teofimo Lopez just want to walk out with a mill clean on the biggest fighters alive. Remember, we didn't test, but you don't know what's under the table. Remember, this is boxing we're talking about, baby. This is boxing, boxeo. You don't know what's going under the table. You don't know, baby. You don't know. Trust me, they agreed upon, then trust me, there's more money out there, right? We just don't know about it. Now, I'm happy about this, y'all. We happy about the fight, right? And like I said in my video, let me finish it. Let me finish up with that. Manny Pacquiao ducking anybody. Look, Manny Pacquiao don't need to duck nobody. Manny Pacquiao got to cement the legacy. Manny Pacquiao fought everybody. Manny Pacquiao, man, nobody can say inch about Manny Pacquiao ducking Earl Spence. Earl Spence is a great fighter today. But my man, ain't nobody special like Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao has seen it all. Manny Pacquiao got hit with it all. Manny Pacquiao has got down, has gotten up, and then when he gotten up, he went to this house. Manny Pacquiao found Jesus. When Marquez hit him with that shot, he went down. We thought he was finished. We thought he was in a coma. We thought he was dead. We thought he was passed. But you know what? Jesus said, this is what happened to you when you play against Jinky and you gamble and you fornicate with the lady. When you cheat on the best wife you can have on your family. I want you, Manny Pacquiao, to lay down on that ground and think about it. Preach, punch, preach. That's what God said. Look at him, Manny Pacquiao. I love you, but you gotta be down on that canvas and think about your life. Yeah, and when you wake up, when I hit you with the holy water, the moonshine holy water, yes, I want you to wake up and come to the Lord and read the scriptures, yeah, and you never gonna lose again, and the world will be greater than great. Yeah, can I get an amen? Woo! Amen. Can I get an A, woman? Yo, man, Punch Drunk is lit today, Lord. Let's get back to business. So, breaking news, Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko. Don't got a set date. Gonna be in October, mid-October, maybe Halloween. But you know what? I don't want to hear nobody wearing a costume for that fight, okay? We had enough people wearing costumes for their biggest fight of the year, okay? We had enough of the costumes, okay? So I don't want this to be in Halloween. No. You know what we're talking about. Transformer. Yo, Black and Brown was good. Yo, Claire was good. Yo, what's good? Oh, y'all hearing news, right? Your boy Punch Drunk told you last week. Chill, relax. The fight will happen. The negotiations. Worry about it's gonna happen. Yo, Punch, you gotta keep it consistent, yo. You gotta go after Teofimo Lopez, yo. Yo, Punch, come on. That's your guy. We're a senior, Punch. What's going? Relax, relax, relax. Hold on. The fight will happen, my friend. Relax, relax, everybody. What did I say? What did I tell you? Y'all gotta have more faith in your boy Punch on boxing, baby. Y'all gotta have more faith. Mm-hmm. I thought y'all was my boy. I thought y'all was my people. Mi gente. Pero me dejaron en banda ustedes, eh? Me dejaron en banda ustedes. Huh? They was like, yo, come on. I don't know, man. I don't know about Punch, man. I don't know. I don't think he's accurate no more, huh? And then my truth has rose from the dead. Woo! My truth has rose from the ashes. Yeah. Lord. Yeah. Can I get an amen, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy Punch Drunk is damn it the truth. I ain't talking about no Earl Spence. I'm talking about my truth. Woo! Teofimo Lopez, the captain of this generation, baby. Yeah, I said it, and it stays firm and it stays strong. Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez. Come on, yeah. I know you're happy, huh? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. The Ryan Garcia, Luke Campbell, I told y'all, it don't happen as well. Oh, yeah, your boy Punch Drunk is here for the people, baby. I'm giving you information and spreading the goodness, the good, the truth. I know sometimes it don't sound, and sometimes we work in mysterious ways, and sometimes we just we can't get what we want instantly because we already, we spoiled, huh? We want it now. We want everything now. Even they gotta go in negotiation, but no, I want it now. He got more money, and now we got the fight. And now we got lightweight showdown, pound for pound. You could put them 1, 2, 3, flip it around. Lomachenko, a.k.a. Loma Montana. Okay, I thought I would give $800,000, but if I really, you gotta pay me with interest, okay? Teofimo, you have to pay me with interest. I made this fight happen because I want it as bad as you, okay? Money don't dictate me. It doesn't drive me, okay? Belts does. Gold does, okay? Accomplishment does. That's why I went to the amateurs and stayed there, because accomplishments is what I do it for, okay? Legacy, I say legacy. You gotta give props to Lomachenko for each and every time, ever since he stepped as a professional, is going after legacy, ranked fighters. He's giving up the money for the glory. You got Teofimo Lopez, who could have picked any opponent, who could have picked an easy fight. When the promotion wanted, how about you get a tune-up? When the manager said, it's not enough, don't take it, don't take it. Teofimo Lopez said, I'm going for glory, but just pay me just a little bit more, because this is the biggest fight of my life, damn it. Don't shortcut change me, because these accomplishments ain't no short change. Do not lowball me, because this event is not a lowball event, baby. This is the biggest event in sports, baby. Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko, baby. The best fight that boxing has to offer 2020, baby. All chips on deck, all belts on deck, baby. This is the fight. This is just not a fight. This is just not a great fight. This is not a special fight. This fight is an historic event, ladies and gentlemen. Brought to you by AKA Mr. Moo Shine himself. Woo! I'm living, baby. Oh yeah, I got my criticism. I got my criticism, ladies and gentlemen. I got my criticism. All week. Punch will your boy. When senior is gonna come. He left you hanging. He left you hanging. Oh no. Oh baby. The fight is gonna happen, baby. And you know what I like? Let me be hype. Let me be passionate, because this is who I am. I don't need to go to other channels and they all sitting around, Nah, baby, this is moonshine, baby. I bring you the high octane delivery that nobody in YouTube can offer you people, baby. It's me. I'm your boy, baby. Who's going to get this energy? Who's going to get this passion? Damn it, subscribe to the channel. God damn it. Subscribe. Smash the like button. I smash the like button. Okay? You want to play rough? Okay. For the haters, you want to play rough? Okay. Don't deny the sources. Don't deny me reporting. Don't deny me. Yoo-hoo! And this is all I want. Yo, Black, what's good? Smokey Smoke, what's good? I hope you smoking something good and you're laying back and you're high listening to Punch Drunk, and that high is, I'm fucking up your high. I'm getting high. Be like, man, forget about this. Forget about his Punch Drunk, man. I'm hype. I don't need a downer. I need an upper. Pass me the line. Pass me the line. Lord. Mario was good. Guido, they all hiding from Punch now. Woo, where you at, under the bed? Where you in the closet? Where you in the corner? Is it pitch black? Don't smile, I might see you. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna keep popping it up. I'm going to keep popping it up because, yeah, they was criticizing your boy Punch Drunk. They was criticizing the young lion, Lopez, which I call the captain of the generation. And you know what? I'm liking what these young guys are trying to do with 2020 today. I got to give them props. Everybody, give these young fighters props because they are doing what these prime fighters are not willing to do, and that's fighting the best. Fighting the best, going for the glory, going for the legacy, going for the historic type of fight. I'm going to tell you like this. If Teofimo Lopez beats Lomachenko, you got a pound for pound dude in the sport of boxing, he is going to be the 6th youngest undisputed lightweight champion of the world. And don't tell me that this fight is not undisputed, because just like I told y'all a long time ago, and mark my word, if you want to put money in the pot, when this fight happens, I tell you now, this will be undisputed. Who wants to deny my information now? Who? That franchise title will be transferable. Who will deny my information today? Who? I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is just not a big fight, ladies and gentlemen. This is not just a big event, ladies and gentlemen. This is an historic event in 100+ years sport of boxing, baby. How many young at the age of 23 have become undisputed? The last man to become lightweight undisputed was Sweet Pea, rest in peace, Pernell Whitaker. Before that was 1990. Before Sweet Pea, it was Roberto Duran, Focus, everybody. In 1978, this fight just doesn't happen. It just don't happen every day. So when the man is asking for his money, damn it, pay that man. Pay that man. And that man has gotten paid, baby. Teofimo Lopez is ready to go. But Lomachenko is ready to go. Mr. Moonshine is ready to go. And I hope you're ready to go. And for all you haters doubting my info, Cógelo ahí, padre mamagüevazo, palomazo, todito. Preach, punch, preach, punch. It's not up to the WBC, the other sanctioning bodies. I'm gonna tell you like this, Shimon. Like I said, the closer we get to this fight, once that fight happens, you're gonna see that WBC belt come out. That franchise belt, because it's undisputed, will be transferable. Remember what I say. Remember what I said. Remember what I say. Because this is not only a huge fight. This fight is an historic fight. So do you believe that the winner of this fight, let's say, if it's Teofimo Lopez, you think the WBC don't want no part of that young man? Funny. Yo, you already know I break these down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively, ladies and gentlemen. You already know I do not bullshit around. I do not give credit. I do not devalue or discredit. But I would not give extra credit to nobody. But I would not play my people. You are my people. Tangible Smoke, Black, Guido, Glenn, Mario, Oya, Ubi, everybody out there in the comment box. I can't see it right now because I've been shoulder or down. But look, this is logics right here. Do you think that if Teofimo Lopez beats Lomachenko, that the WBC would just walk out of that? No way. We know the WBC, and they want to stick their nose in everything. My competitor reporting. Nah, this is information I said before. My competitor is just a little light. My competitor is just a little late. I've been saying this. I've been saying this. But nobody wanna believe me. But nobody wanna believe me, baby. But nobody wanna believe me. But nobody wanna believe me. But they now know the truth. Now they know the truth. Now they now know the truth. Tell the boy. Now they know the truth. Hey, they don't want to believe me, baby. They don't want to believe me. I make songs out of anything, man. Give me a jingle job, baby. Give me a jingle job. Yes. Who's hyping me? Who hyping me? Hey, Teofimo, Lomachenko, Teofimo, Lomachenko. Who's hating out there? Who's hating out? Who's hating out there? Who's hating out? Hey, Teofimo, Lomachenko, Teofimo, Lomachenko, Teofimo, Lomachenko, Teofimo, Lomachenko. Hey. Honduras, Ukraine, stand up, my friend. Woo! Eddie was good. Lopez has a puncher's chance. That's it. No skill, no footwork, no catch and shoot, no catch and uppercut, no with the straight right hand. Oh man, do you think that Lomachenko is invincible? They call him the Matrix, but we all seen he gets hit by Petraza. He got knocked down by Linares. He got beat by Salito. He's not invincible, but he is great. But Teofimo is a lion, and he's coming to conquer. Woo! The fight is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Be prepared. I say, who is the captain of this generation, who is seeking for glory, who is seeking for legacy, who is seeking for an historic place in boxing? Woo! Low. To have punches 10, take away the power. And what chances does Teofimo Lopez have to win? He just doesn't have any power. He just doesn't have power. He got boxing skills. He can be from the outside. He can be from the inside. Y'all think that this is just a flat-footed fighter that just got power? Or y'all think that Teofimo Lopez is just a guy that got a right hand? Is that what you think? Is that what y'all think? Then damn it, you're not seeing it. I suggest y'all do your homework today, okay? Because everybody want to talk about what Lomachenko did in the amateurs. And yes, he is probably the best amateur boxer that has ever lived. Yes, but you know what? We got videos of these other guys too. Check out the amateurs of Teofimo Lopez. Check out the amateurs of Gervonta Davis. Check out the amateurs of everybody. Man, I there's even a channel, I forgot his name. He got a lot of videos, a lot of fights, a lot of amateur bouts. Go check what these other men could do. The thing is that Lomachenko has been heavily documented. More than a lot of fighters. So we've seen the growth of Lomachenko and all his skills. He got all the skills. He got all the tools in the toolbox, baby. He got all the tools in the toolbox. Yet, the question is he going to bring out all the tools in the toolbox? Because he might not want to use it all. Because he might be subjected for counters. He might be subjected. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, y'all sleeping on the young buck. Y'all sleeping on Teofimo. Y'all sleeping on Teofimo. Y'all sleeping on Teofimo. Y'all sleeping on Teofimo. I don't understand why. Yes, Mo, because it's gonna be announced, man. That's because I told y'all, man. I know the info. That's why But you know what? Let me be hyped, okay? Because you know what? When there was another report, people was hyped to come at me, right, Smoke? So let me be hyped of good reports. How about that? Woo! Hold on, damn it. Hold on. Let me get something to drive myself. Oh, Lord. Smoke, I agree. No day, no every method. If Loma eating counters from Tio, he won't have 3 or 4 rounds. Oh, yeah. Preach on you, B. Preach on you, B. I'm gonna tell you like this. Yes, Lomachenko got every tool in the toolbox. We know that. He's great. Future Hall of Famer. Just based on amateurs, we know Loma. But we know what's written, dude. And Nostradamus, Teofimo Lopez Sr. has said for 2 years that this is gonna come. And this day shall come. And he shall conquer. Conquer! And if he does, Teofimo Lopez conquers. If Teofimo Lopez wins in spectacular fashion, you think I'm hyped now? Huh? If Teofimo Lopez conquers this, please don't compare him to the other young fighters. Please don't. I would not allow you to do it. And talking about these other young fighters, ladies and gentlemen, we got Ryan Garcia in the works to get that Luke Campbell deal. The WBC Mauricio Sudamon said that he will give enough time, as much time that Eddie Hearns and Golden Boy Promotion needs to get this fight done. That this is the fight that WBC wants. This is the fight that Luke Campbell wants. This is the fight Ryan Garcia wants, and it's gonna be made. And then we've seen these young bucks, Gervonta Tank Davis, pay-per-view versus Leo Santa Cruz. Regardless if I don't like it, that is the best matchup for Gervonta Tank Davis. That's his how you say, that's a good competition for him. The experience that Leo Santa Cruz got. I said Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis. I mean, We got Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, Ryan versus Luke Campbell. We got Haney. This is why I need Haney. Devin Haney. I need Devin Haney to face Javier Fortuna. Not Gamboa. Don't do it, Devin. Don't do it. Keep the momentum going. Because after this 2020, if Devin Haney faced Javier Fortuna, Luke Campbell, Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko, Devontae Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz, people, I don't want to hear no critiques going to these young lions. No. They will be leading the pack. They set the tone 2020. Devin Haney, we need you to fight Javier Fortuna. Forget about that Gamboa. Forget about Gamboa. We need you to fight Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna. Javier Fortuna versus Devin Haney. Javier Fortuna versus Devin Haney. I don't want to see no Gamboa and Devin Haney. Javier Fortuna. Van par de mamaguazo. Javier Fortuna me lo da esa pelea, coño. Esa pelea, esa es la pelea que Devin Haney tiene que pelear. Woo! Man, there was a lot of things I was going to talk about, but damn. Also, I just dropped the video out after the live show. Go check it out. I said that Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez is the only mega fight left. I didn't say good fight. I didn't say great fight. I didn't say unification fight. I didn't say, I'm saying that David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez, for Canelo Alvarez, that's Canelo Alvarez's last mega fight. Mega fight. I'm talking about casuals. I'm talking about everybody on deck. Mega fight. Canelo Alvarez already done it all. If he fights Billy Joe Saunders, is it a mega fight? Nah. If he fights Demetrius Andrade, is it a mega fight? Nah. Is it Charlo? Mega fight. Caleb Plant? Mega fight. Nah. Is it going to the 175 overall? Better be. No. Not a mega fight. Not a mega. Not bringing the celebrities. All the celebrities doesn't stop the sport. But I'm telling you like this: a great knockout by David Benavidez this Saturday, and then another fight after that. Of course, everybody want to see David Benavidez. Hardcore boxing fans want to see David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. But I'm talking about casual. I'm talking about mega fight. For Canelo Alvarez, his last mega fight. If it's marinated well, built up well. David Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez, two powerhouses. Stylistically, is down for a goodie one. You're right. I think that's the last mega fight for Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez can retire right now, and damn it, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer already. He's ahead of the pack. He's ahead of everybody. And whoever doesn't have Canelo Alvarez as number one pound for pound, damn it, I'm taking your boxing card away. Taking your boxing card away. If you don't have Canelo Alvarez in your pound for pound number one. Oh, si, senor. Smash the like button. Smash the like button because the notification wasn't out. Let me put people. I want to talk to the people. So let's talk about. It really started with the Manny Pacquiao and Casimero. I don't understand why Casimero can't fight. I don't know what the hell Bob Arum is doing. Maybe he's taking out his anger, his frustration on Manny Pacquiao and taking it out on Manny Pacquiao's promotion. Sean Gibbons have said that Bob Arum was lying. They have never even spoken about no Bud Crawford versus Manny Ramirez. I said Manny Ramirez. Manny Pacquiao. There has been no talks whatsoever. Nobody has approached Manny Pacquiao with a Bud Crawford fight whatsoever. That is a complete lie. It's a complete lie. He says that Bob Arum, when he's doing an interview, he's so high up that he's not even telling the truth. There is no communication with Bob Arum and Manny Pacquiao. Manager has spoken. Manny Pacquiao Promotions has spoken. He's a liar. I asked him the question. I asked Sean Gibbons a question. I said, what happened to the Casimero fight? He said, call Bob Arum. Casimero's already livid. He's mad. He trained all year. If you follow John Riel Casimero, trained all year for this fight. They have told him that you know what, we're going to be landing in America. He's going to be fighting this fight. And then Bob Arum pulls out of that fight. Why? Maybe because Manny Pacquiao doesn't want to do no type of business with him. Yeah, with his fighter, but not him. With any particular of Bob Arum, of Bud Crawford, and so forth, so forth. Manny Pacquiao knows about corruption. Smash the like button. The merch is here. People been asking me, yo, Punch, when you gonna drop the merch? When you gonna drop the merch? The merch is here. That's it. It's here. Cheese Spring. Go get your shirt. Go get the slogan shirt as well. God first, everything second. Fight plus the Vibe Eagles 2 champions out. You got socks? I got you. You got your mask? Punch Run mask is out. Go get your mask. It's officially canceled last July. They said Bobby, they said they never spoke to Manny Pacquiao. The Manny Pacquiao team said they never talked about that fight. Sean Gibbons said that was a complete lie. He's 1,000%. He's 1,000% telling the truth that never that was a fight. That's Bob Arum just keeping Bud Crawford's name out there. I really don't understand why old man still wants big money, even if you only have 5 years to live. Especially here, right? Bob Arum has made all the money, but I'm gonna tell you like this: it's just like that Wall Street. He's not about the money; he's about the numbers. I don't know, man. Maybe if Bobby, you know how when you messing with older heads and they be like, you know, if they stop working, they might be done. I can understand, man. Keep doing your thing, keep working. But I think you should just sit back and just make the fights. I mean, you ain't gonna carry that money with you. Just make the fights, right? Make the fights. Enjoy yourself, Bob. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Talk to the people. Let me talk to the people. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Donate to the channel if you want. Cash App, $Punch Junk. The merch is here. Let's keep that visibility going. Let's keep that visibility going. I don't do this for free. I have to pay. Mr. Intangible, how you doing, sir?
Doing pretty well. All right, well, actually, I'm not doing very well right now. I don't know why. Something about this fight being announced just gives me a very bad feeling. But, I mean, in all honesty, I'm honestly afraid to make a pick for this fight because I know I'm going to get it wrong no matter who I pick because I've just been so bad this year. Whoever I pick loses. So, honestly, I'm going to pick Teofimo Lopez to win by knockout because I want Lomachenko to win. And if I pick Teofimo, he's going to lose automatically. So, yeah.
I think that's a good pick, Intangible. I think that's a good quality pick. You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, I literally cannot.
Who got their kids in the background?
Yeah, that's Guido.
Guido, my friend. Oh, dog, what's good? Major, what's good?
Dímelo, Punch, ¿cómo está? What's up, mi hermano? What's good? What's up, Glenn? What up, everybody?
¿Me
oye bien, bro?
I think there's somebody in the background. I don't know. That's the TV.
¿Me oye bien?
Yeah, I don't speak Spanish.
Somebody got a TV.
All I know is like, what's up, bro?
Or somebody talking in the background, a family member or something like that.
Buenos tardes.
Buenos. So first and foremost, to be honest, I'm not surprised about the report. It's just that there's people that look at people to give them the report, and people just fall in love with the report that's given. I think I already said this a couple of days ago. It's almost a week. I've been saying whatever Mike Coppinger reported. Didn't I already said that? So it's like it's not news. It's just people just waiting on Mike Coppinger to report something. To put it that way.
Yeah.
I said the money will be. The money was an issue, but was only an issue because ESPN still didn't decide whether it's going to be pay-per-view, whether it be regular ESPN or ESPN Plus.
Oh,
but here's
it's
the thing: they still haven't decided.
Confirmed. No. I think it's confirmed because Steve Kim said October 17, and Carl Moretti, the vice president of Top Rank, said, "Yep, see you there." So I think it's like official, man. I think they must have signed it off. You know, probably tomorrow.
Yeah, it was gonna be official. What I was telling the people, what I was saying on my live shows and videos, that they already agreed. Both of them agreed, but the money will change differently because they still didn't know if it was gonna be pay-per-view, ESPN Plus, or regular ESPN. So that's when it changes. It's almost like if you got a deal and it's $1 million. Right? ESPN, but then they say, oh, it's going to be pay-per-view. You're going to go back to the negotiation table because now is a different type of distribution. You feel me? So they didn't figure that part out, but they both been agreed.
Yo, I was on here when it was like you and D Jefferson against the world. Yo, when everybody was saying he was ducking, and I was saying, nah, I believe it's renegotiations right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That. And then after that, like honestly speaking, you know, you kept saying, yo, have some faith in your boy, I was on Johnny Boy last night. I think he was there, L-Dog, which quarter. And I was saying, yo, I still got faith in what Punch is saying, you know what I mean? Because, you know, he got the source. So why am I going to, you know what I'm saying? I've been following the dude for a minute. I'm not going to just like say, hey, I disagree until I see it. Until I know that the fight is off, I'm not going to disagree because he got the source. And he keeps saying passionately, right, that is gonna happen. So I gotta trust my boy. And then you look at what happens today. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I'm glad to hear that, you know, you in a great mood. You know what I'm saying? You over here singing, you know what I'm saying, creating songs on the spot.
Te está cantando, Punch.
I'm happy to see you, bro. Take a sip for me, bro.
I'm gonna tell you fellas this though. If Teofimo Lopez wins, he moves up to 140 pounds afterwards. He got to fight Ramirez or Taylor. If he wins those fights, man.
Nah, he's got to fight.
In my opinion, he's already like a all-time great, bro. Because that's some legacy shit right there, man. Imagine that. Knocks out Lomachenko, moves up, beats Jose Ramirez, beats Josh Taylor, bro. That's undisputed two-weight class undisputed, really. Or if you want to just be real strict, one weight class undisputed, but that's 3 unified champions beat him, bro, at such a young age.
And it's possible too.
It's
very possible.
Well, God forbid, but you don't understand. But how old did this Salvador Sanchez passed away? 23.
Yeah, 23.
That's 23 years old. He ended his career 36-1.
He's still a legend, right? A guy that's
hell yeah.
A lot of people consider him the best, right? At age 23. So you could become an instant legend if you go by legacy, and let's say he goes to 140 pounds. Because think about it, if he does beat Lomachenko and gets all the belts, now I say this, I would like Teofimo Lopez and other fighters to do what Canelo Alvarez actually don't do. Because Canelo Alvarez is the type to get a belt and then drop it. I would like Teofimo Lopez if or Lomachenko, whoever wins, if they put Undisputed, I believe that. But this is just my opinion. I believe that they're gonna that franchise belt will be transferable. There's no way that WBC is gonna pull out of being in cahoots or partnership with Teofimo Lopez and wins. It doesn't make any sense. You know, the WBC is gonna grant him that type of franchise belt if he beats Lomachenko. Now, I want him to defend it though. I would like him to defend that crown as well, at least once before moving up. defend that undisputed at least once.
Well,
I don't think he can make the weight that long.
At the same time, I don't necessarily think he will be an instant legend if he wins the fight. I mean, Sanchez did have 2 wins over Hall of Famers, and more wins over champions.
I didn't mean an instant legend just with Lomachenko. I said an instant legend if he beats Lomachenko and there was 140 and beats one of these guys. I see.
This fight's very interesting. You know, look. Apparently, the fight is actually official now because of what Steve Kim reported. I'm kind of speechless right now. I'm kind of speechless. Don't really have much to say.
I'm gonna say this, man. There's gonna be a lot of salty Teofimo fans the next day, bro. Lomachenko gonna dismantle him, but if Teofimo catches him, I mean, he can knock him out. But in my opinion, Teofimo only got a puncher's chance. Not saying he doesn't have skills. I'm saying the kid does have skills, but he's got skills to where he can set up the knockout. I don't think he's got skills to where he can beat Loma on points.
Hey, you know what? Put it this way. Let that be the narrative, because with a win, it just comes sweeter. The narrative is, you know, throughout this year, after the Comey fight, or even before the Comey fight, that Teofimo Lopez should not take this fight, that this fight is too early, meaning that he's not ready for a skill set of a Lomachenko, right? He shouldn't even be in the ring with him at this point. That's the way that Ward, Bradley, a lot of fighters the same. Timothy Bradley said that his own father is hurting him if he makes his son fight Lomachenko. Disrespected like that. So if let it be like that. Let him be a massive underdog, because like I said, once you exceed the expectation, or once you become or you beat the odds, that's what people respect. Beating the odds. Nobody respects you when you're supposed to be fighting. When everybody thinks that you're supposed to beat that guy. Ain't nobody gonna respect. Let's say if everybody feels Gervonta Tank Davis is gonna beat Leo Santa Cruz. Yeah. If he beats him and knock him out, that's what people expected. People love to give credit for fighters that do what they're not expected to do. So Teofimo Lopez is not expected to beat Lomachenko. If he beats him, it's going to be sweeter.
Yeah. At the same time, while it'd be cool if Teofimo wins, I somewhat am rooting for Loma because, you know, he is a veteran. I've been watching him more, and he's part of the reason I kind of got into boxing. I loved watching him. I loved watching him fight. He had an amazing style. I've always loved watching him, and also at the same time, I feel like he's the one closest to all-time great status, and that's kind of what I really want. I want more all-time greats, and if he wins this fight, you know, he's probably only a Haney fight away from reaching that status.
So,
go ahead.
Or if he just wins this fight.
Yeah, I was gonna say that you know, when it comes down to it, you're right. He's definitely gonna be a Hall of Famer because of the way that he came into the boxing world after his amateur career, into the pro world. I mean, you know what I mean? But at the same time, what we're talking about is if Teofimo wins, right, then he's at an age right now where he could be a Hall of Famer within just a couple years. Like all he has to do is have a few more fights just like that and go against the grain and win, and then all of a sudden nobody can deny him Hall of Fame, no matter what happens after that. You know, but because remember how late Vasil Lomachenko came into the game, into the pro game. You know what I'm saying? This dude is young right now. Teo's young. You know.
That is true, but I just don't see him winning some of the fights at 140. Honestly, I don't know why. I just have a bad feeling about Teo.
Well, we got to take things one step at a time, bro. We got to see what he can do against Loma. Like, let's not get ahead of ourselves, you know. Lomachenko is not a pushover, and neither is Teofimo. This is a hell of a fight. You know, Teofimo is, in my opinion, the most dangerous fight for Loma, but it's not the most difficult. I think Luke Campbell would be a more difficult fight for Loma, but I think Teofimo is far more dangerous because Luke Campbell, he can like box with Loma with that length and that size and the pedigree. But I think Teofimo, he's got the dangerous style because, you know, he's a great counterpuncher. He can read patterns well. He's explosive. He's athletic. He's young. And most importantly, he's hungry. You know, he wants this.
You know, what's going on, guys?
What's good? What's good? Unbiased, what's good, my brother?
You
Hey,
know
what's
the
good, really bias?
you know the issue for me, right, is I would pick, trust me, I would pick Lomachenko in this fight if I really felt like it's winnable for him, and I think it is winnable for him. But the issue that I have, and I can't fathom him taking a flush counter punch from Tio and still standing. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna get hit. I know a lot of people say that he has great phenomenal footwork and all of that. I get you guys, but to me that was at 130. At 135, since he moved up, he has not looked like that guy that you're describing. He just not to me, at least. I mean, I'm seeing.
I do agree with that. He's more vulnerable at the weight.
However, flush punches.
Even Lomachenko fans have to admit that he's not invincible. That he gets hit.
The way I see it, I mean,
issue. Like when Tio counters, it's not just like a pity pack counter. It's like it's explosive. And Lomachenko's chin, I don't think it's that good. So I think he is when he gets cracked. I do think it's over at that point. So I gotta. The first round is going to be very telling. That's where I'll leave it as that. And if he can make it past 4, then obviously I think Lomachenko has a better chance. Like the later the fight goes on, it's going to lean into his favor, in my opinion. But that's to assume that he's not going to get hit flush in a full 12. I think that's not logical.
I agree with that. The thing is, though, when it comes to his chin, he's small for the weight. And he's got sort of a frail body type. So, and he did get dropped by Linares, but I haven't seen him get hurt to the head very much, honestly. He didn't get hurt to the head against Campbell. He got hurt to the body a few times. Not really to the head.
What was the uppercut?
I'd say he got buzzed, bro. I wouldn't say he was hurt because he recovered too quickly, but he was buzzed, bro. Like
no, it took him like a good 10 seconds to clinch it. No, he recovered like a G. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he did what he was supposed to do, but that can't be from Teofimo Lopez. That fight's over.
Yeah, but I mean, like even if you look at the knockdown against Linares, he got back up, he moved around. He ran around, he weathered the storm pretty quickly, and got right back to work in the next round.
Yeah,
right? But I see him being able to weather the storm pretty well. Look, Linares doesn't hit as hard as Tio, and I think there's probably more consequences from Tio landing that shot. But that still doesn't mean necessarily in my head that Loma can't weather that storm.
I think the fight might be over, honestly, if he counters him like the way Linares did with that, because Linares hit him, but it wasn't like he put the oomph behind it. When the Tio sees the opening like that, yeah, bro.
To be honest, the same impact, right? Yeah,
that's how I see it. We seen him get hit, we seen him get dropped, we seen him rise again, we seen him adjust, we seen him win the fight. We seen Lomachenko. That he could be technically sound all he wants, but also Lomachenko is willing to fight at the same time. That's something a lot of people don't like to talk about. Lomachenko is willing to fight you as well, you know? So I'm not going to say, I mean, it's easy for me to say if Teofimo Lopez land clean, he'll knock him out. But until I see any fighter gets knocked out like that, then I'll be like, okay, he's subjected to being knocked out cold. Could he be subjected to be stopped? Yeah. But knockout, I have to see somebody being knocked out first. To then
yeah,
especially in that level.
I agree, Punch, because I agree that Loma's chin is probably not the best. Like I highly doubt it's a Golovkin or Canelo level chin. It just doesn't look like that. You know, he looks kind of frail. It looks like if he gets hit, he'll go out. But at the same time, me saying that, it still doesn't change the fact he's only ever been knocked down twice as an amateur or a pro, which isn't that much. So, I mean, now that could be because his defense is pretty good, you know. But, I mean,
I think he's too savage for his own good, bro.
Yeah.
You know what
I agree.
Because he'll stay in the kitchen and just try to out muscle you and beat on you. You know what I'm saying? And then at that point, he's vulnerable for counters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this, man. His dad is the king of game plans. Like when this man devises strategy, like you can guarantee Loma's gonna follow it. He'll feel TO power, and he's gonna realize, like, nah, I can't just stay there in the pocket. I think he's gonna do what Usyk did to Garcia, or try to do that. He's gonna stay in the center of the ring, and every time TO plants his feet, he's just gonna move. He's gonna constantly move, attack off the move, nonstop. He's not gonna be on the front foot like he is in a lot of his fights. He'll be kind of in the center of the ring, just moving a lot, feinting a lot, probing a lot, waiting for Teofimo to shoot first, and then countering off that, in my opinion.
That's in my opinion. He should fight a similar style to, and I know I'm going to the smaller weights, but Carlos Canizales. If you guys have ever seen him fight, the guy moves so much during his fights. And he's so good at being able to throw a lot of punches and stay active while being on his toes.
He's too aggressive for that.
But
like, you guys are describing a different fighter. Like, yeah, Usyk did that, but Lomachenko, he has that. Come on, bro. You know, Lomachenko has that warrior spirit, man. He wants
this is the difference when it comes to elite fighters when they get dropped. Some people will say, "Oh, somebody get chin check and they drop. Oh, he don't got a chin." Somebody get hit by a body shot and they go down. Oh, they don't got a body. I don't agree with that sentiment. I agree with if you go down, you come back up, win the next round, adjust. That says a lot about character. And at this level,
that's a champion heart, man.
Yeah, and at this level, when you have, let's say for example, Danny Jacobs went down. What he did when he got back up, adjusted and was doing his thing. When Tyson Fury went down, what he did, even when he got back up, he was laying some leather on Deontay Wilder during that 12th round when he got back up. When Vasily Lomachenko went down, he came back up. When Keith Thurman with the body shot in the 10th round, and then he came back in the 11th round and won that one. It's a lot of what happened? Also, Sean Porter when he went down and he got back up and was going at Earl Spence. At this level, for me to get dropped, anybody can get dropped, but it's how you stand up and how you adjust after that. At this level, it's just gotta get him out of there.
But that's the thing with Loma. Like I said, he has that warrior mentality. What you're describing is that warrior mentality that I think Lomachenko has, man. And I think that's going to be to his detriment. Like at 130, I don't think anybody beats Lomachenko there. But since he's moved to 135, he's just like the guys. You could vividly see he's kind of struggling up here, man. It takes a lot for him to break these guys down. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
I'll ask a question then on the panel. Can Teofimo Lopez neutralize Lomachenko's output?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
How?
If he catches him with something, he will.
Well, Underdog just said it, right? Like he's not going to go in there trying to fight him the same way he does normally.
I think he will neutralize his output because I don't think Loma's going to go in there and fight. Like, look. I see what Unbiased is saying that that's not Loma, but I disagree because, look, that's what Anatoly, his father, told Usyk to do against Garcia, very similar fighter. But also, if you watch his rematch, the first fight he ever got knocked down in was against Albert Salamov in the amateurs. You watch the rematch, Lomachenko did fight like that. He moved an awful lot in that fight. And he barely got hit. You know, he just constantly moved on the outside and was attacking after his opponent threw something. Like, it was kind of boring, but he can do it. And I think that's the style because he knows if he stays in there with Teofimo, he's just going to fall into him. He's got to attack off angles. He's got to move a lot. He's got to make sure Teo isn't set. That's what he got to do.
And I don't expect him to commit to the last shot in his combinations like he usually, like the last couple 3 shots in his combinations. I expect him to not fully commit to a lot of his shots. I expect him to throw a lot of flicking jabs. And I expect him to sort of not fully finish off with his left hand.
Only problem is Teo is
mainly with his, I think he will finish off with his his right hook though.
Teo is more athletic than Garcia, like not even close. You know what I mean? He can actually match Lomachenko, in my opinion, with the hand speed. So, I mean, if he was a lot slower than Loma and he couldn't get to this, positioning as fast as Lomachenko, because he has a good twitch himself, Teo, and so does Lomachenko, respectively. So, I think you guys are describing a fight. The gap isn't that far where Loma can do that easily and it'd be okay. He's going to be at a risk every time he does that, and that's where I think he does get hit. So that's why Teo.
I'm going to say one of the biggest reasons that deterred me from, because I was actually picking Teo after the Kome fight, till I went back and watched. I think it was a Magdaleno fight, the southpaw. I think one thing he does that's going to really play into Loma's favor is he uses a shoulder roll against southpaws, but he walks toward his opponent's rear hand. Like he's walking towards the southpaw's left. It's going to be very easy for someone with the foot speed of Loma to get his lead foot on the outside. And that's typically the safe spot. That's the safe spot.
Yeah, you can't shoulder roll too much on a southpaw. It doesn't work too
much. Because I know he's trying to emulate Floyd, but Floyd used the high guard against the southpaw. That's what I don't get, man. I think if he does that, he's going to get pieced up badly if he's using the shoulder roll, walking towards Loma's rear hand. I mean, Loma's going to get that foot on the outside, shoot the left hand.
If I see Teofimo Lopez on the shoulder roll, it's because he's trying to get that uppercut in. That's not really the right hand, but the uppercut in. If he's using the shoulder roll on the southpaw like Lomachenko, he's just going to shoot that uppercut. That's what I think he's going to be looking for if he's showing that shoulder roll. But he could use all that high. I mean, he could use his distance. He could use a high guard. I see Teofimo Lopez do a lot of things in that ring defensively. We're not going to see too much because, of course, man, he's just there and trying to knock everybody out, has his foot planted. How are we going to see Teofimo Lopez after the 8th or 9th round? How many times has he gone that long? Does he have experience going that long? That's going to be the question he needs to ask.
And another thing I want to when it comes down to like the pity pat situation, you see like Loma still has that amateur pedigree where he wants to win on points too. You know what I'm saying? And if he commits, to a combination to win on points and gets countered by Tio with where he's giving a committed shot back, like that's going to be tough for Loma. And don't get me wrong, like the reason we're having this conversation is because it's a great fight. You know what I mean? So it's not like anybody sees like it's a 100% sided, like, like for Loma or for Tio. But at the end of the day, what makes it intriguing is that if Loma gets caught, you know what I'm saying? Is it going to be a shot like where Linares dropped him, but with more power where he doesn't get up, or he gets actually like wobbled? You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know what I'm saying? Like he gets a little punch drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Depending at elite level, guys could take a punch. It's about they don't see the punch. Now, if he sees, if Lomachenko sees Teofimo Lopez punch, even if it's landing, he'll stay up. People get knocked down with punches that they don't see.
That's it, punch. I'm telling you, that's why Linares caught him, because he wasn't expecting that. If you watch that fight, what happened was Loma was confusing Linares a lot by feinting with his lead hand, his right hand. He would feint to the top, like with some just very fast flicking kind of jabs, and then shoot the left hand. But what happened was, I think it was in the second round, he tore his rotator cuff. So he actually stopped flicking that jab. And when he stopped flicking that jab as much, Linares knew he was coming in to throw that left hand. So Linares, instead of backing up like he was, falling for the feints, he caught him with a right hand. And that was just a matter of perfect timing and a good adjustment. I think if Loma is healthy and he has his lead hand where he's constantly feinting, I'm not saying Tio won't catch him, but I don't think Tio's going to catch him like he caught Comey, because Loma just doesn't come in like that. He's not going to try and exchange a right hand on the line with Teofimo. Hell no. If he does, that's suicide.
What I'm saying is actually the flip side. Teofimo might be willing to trade that and take that punch from Loma if he keeps flicking. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, so if he keeps flicking and Tio's like, you know what? I'm willing to get that. I'm willing to take that punch and hit him. Loma might not expect that, right? Now
Teofimo, Lomachenko was the type that his style was more that he gives out the questions, meaning he's the one that's creating, he's the one that's painting, he's the one that's touching the arm, touching the shoulders. He wants to open you up. Pause. No homo.
That's it.
But that's his style. In doing so, though, he throws a lot of punches. In throwing a lot of punches, we all know that is subject to being countered. Now, is Lomachenko willing to try to create or overcreate? Give him a lot of questions and give Teofimo Lopez a chance to answer those questions. That's why that's where I see, like, I don't think that Lomachenko, which is a smart dude, is gonna risk it with a counterpunch and the power and the athleticism of a Teofimo Lopez. He has all the tools, yet is he comfortable bringing all the tools out in that fight?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Punch, that's a big question mark. One thing people forget though, Loma throws a lot of punches, but how many of them are real punches with bad intentions? A lot of them are just flicking punches, very fast, pity-pat shots, so to say. That will be to his benefit because he's not fully committing to those shots. If he tries to commit to every shot like Comey did, I mean, that's just going to work in Teofimo's favor because Teofimo, he's a counterpuncher. You fully commit to a shot against a counterpuncher and they catch you, you're out. But if you're pity patting these shots and you're not fully committing, if you get hit, you're going to get hurt, but you're not going to get badly hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think Lomachenko is going to finish off the last 2 or 3 of his punches in his combinations by fully committing. I think he's going to throw a lot of flicking shots. However, I do think Loma is going to get aggressive. As you pointed out, Teofimo does use the southpaw against or not the southpaw, the Philly shell against southpaw fighters. My bad. I do think that Loma might step in and commit a lot to his left hand, and I think he might pivot off to his left and hook a lot with that shot to get past it.
Now, he's more of a catch and shoot guy. Teofimo Lopez is he gonna try to catch and shoot all the punches that Lomachenko is trying to throw at him? Because he's not gonna throw no single shots, really. I mean, it's very rare that he throws those single shots. I mean, he could pawn jab, Lomachenko could pawn the jab, but there's always something coming. He's always creating something. That's why. He's always creating something, whether he's going to create, go to the body, whether he's going to create to get that left hand to the solar plex or straight to the grill or pivot, angle, body shot. He has so much in his bag. He has so much in his bag that actually nobody could really predict. Unless his movement, which is always going right, but it's hard to predict a guy that has so many tools. He's going to be too patient and just waiting on a counter shot, and he's never going to get that shit off. I don't know.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Loma's punch selection is disproportionately jabs, because he's going to fight Teo like he's a puncher, in my opinion. He's going to fight him similarly to how Pernell Whitaker fights. Because what I noticed when watching Whitaker, his punch selection is more disproportionately jabs than any other fighter I've seen, honestly. I think Loma might try to replicate that. He might not even try to use as many hand feints or in and out feints. He might just keep his jab active while changing head thoughts simultaneously.
And,
he's going to flick that jab a lot. Double flick as he's stepping to the outside, in my opinion. Like how Pacquiao does it, man. He loves to flick that jab out there as he's moving around, creating the angle, because it blocks the vision of the opponent.
Well, yeah, and it also forces them to reset. It forces them to reset. But to GTS's point, you're right. The flicking jab is something that you use to cause a trap, but it's also a habit of Lomachenko's because of his amateur pedigree. So it's also a habit. So it's not necessarily always to create a trap. For him is to get points. So, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully he does use it as a trap. He's used it as a trap many times before. Like don't get me wrong. Like, he's not pound for pound #1 right now in most people's list for no reason. You know what I mean? And that's arguable right there. But, just in most people's opinion, he is, right? So when it comes down to it, yes, he got that great footwork, like you guys said, with Manny Pacquiao. You flick the jab, then he comes in with the hook, with the straight left. And then, but that's Pacquiao, you see what I'm saying? And then he moves to the right and gets away from it. You know what I mean? And that's the way Pacquiao does it. But Lomachenko likes to really paint. He likes to stay in front of you and just kind of like hit you with the right, hit you with the left, go from a different angle, make you reset and hit you again. He likes to taunt you like that. So does he stay in the pocket too long to where Teo like clips him? That's the
time him right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like Teofimo could time him. If Lomachenko starts doing the same over and over and over, he'll catch him. Timing, you know what I'm saying?
Timing is what we should be talking about.
Yeah.
Timing.
Yeah, timing. It's same thing like in baseball. If a guy's throwing fastball all day, you're gonna time that fastball and you're gonna smack a home run, you know?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm saying one of Teofimo's most underrated attributes. Forget his power, forget his athleticism. It's his ability to read patterns of his opponents. Like, he can make adjustments. He can see things that they're doing over and over again. That's why a one-dimensional fighter will never beat Teofimo Lopez, because he can see the patterns. He picks up on it. And Loma's going to have to keep changing it, man. He's going to have to come with different punches, throw at different speeds. Yeah, he's going to have to keep him guessing. Can he keep him guessing for 12 rounds? I think so, because Teofimo is relatively inexperienced. But at the same time, if Teo does it, man, that's just a testament to that pattern reading. But anyway, I'm out, Punch. You have a great stream, man. Peace out.
Peace.
And Punch, and what you think is his biggest weapon? His footwork? Or Lomachenko? Lomachenko. What do you think is his biggest weapon? His footwork? Right?
I think he has his weapons are all good, bro. His weapons.
I think Lomachenko's. If you're talking about Lomachenko's best weapon, I feel like the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to his best weapons is, his reaction time, how smart he is. But of course, if you're going by physical attributes, absolutely footwork. He has some of the greatest footwork I've ever seen in my life. Maybe the greatest.
And he's gonna have to try to take away that footwork. You know what I'm saying? The female must take away his footwork by hitting that body. That's the only way,
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree.
Slow him down. That way, it make a lot worse for Lomachenko.
I'm gonna agree with footwork as far as physical, but ring IQ definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like his ring IQ. The reason that he uses that footwork the way he does and his punch selection is because he has ring IQ. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. And Loma's just sense of distance, it's incredible. I got to do more studying on Teofimo. I haven't watched a Teofimo fight in a long time, whereas I just recently watched Loma's fight. So I know how Loma is going to respond to certain things, but I don't know about Teo. I'm probably going to rewatch the Magdaleno fight to see sort of what his habits are. I might also watch the Nakatani fight as well.
And I also watched Jose Pedraza. He gave Loma a little bit of trouble,
Yeah, he did.
You know what I'm saying? So if that little movement bother him, imagine what the female could do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yo, P, what's up, man?
What's up, Punch? What are you saying, Mr. Moonshine?
It was good, man. We just talking about. First, I wanted the show's going to be about the Bob Arum, what Sean Gibbons said about Bob Arum saying that he was lying about that he never spoke about no Bud Crawford and Pacquiao fight, but then of course the report just was flooding the Twitter, everywhere, you know what I'm saying, about Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. So we just shifted to Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko once again. But timing on anything, my brother, was good.
So what are they saying, that they're not gonna make that fight, Pacquiao against Crawford?
Nah, that was never discussed.
Yeah, obviously that's not gonna happen because they're not on the same side of the street. You know what I mean? It's quite common sense. Obviously, Bob's not gonna let Crawford take that risk as well at the same time, because obviously Manny Pacquiao, I think to me, he still got it. So yeah, that's not gonna happen, man. That was never gonna happen. So the thing about Teofimo Lopez as well is, I
think they're just using Manny Pacquiao's name to keep Bud just relevant in talks and keep people with hopes.
Yeah. I like Bud, but the thing is though, he needs like a solid name on his resume. When I say solid, I'm talking about someone that can sell a pay-per-view. So obviously, someone like Manny Pacquiao, of course, if you keep saying his name, you're gonna make it's a bit like cloud chasing, but it is what it is, isn't it? A lot of fighters do that anyway. That ain't gonna happen, man.
Yeah, boxing is promoting though. I understand the cloud chasing thing, but it's more like promoting. When it comes to boxing, he's just trying to keep his name relevant, like what y'all said. But it's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is up there, and people are talking about dropping him off the pound-for-pound list. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot. Manny Pacquiao is a major name. It's a major income.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
But and I want to ask y'all a question. So what I was saying this for the last couple of days that these fights, you already know, man, they hate how it is. If you're a Lopez fan, you don't like Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia. Devin Haney fans don't like Teofimo Lopez, Javante Davis. All just a bunch of hate in the YouTube circuit, in the boxing community. Now I say this: if we're gonna get when we get this fight, Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko, Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell, Javante Davis, Leo Santa Cruz. Already is definitely these fights are gonna happen. Devin Haney, I hope he fights Javier Fortuna. If all these guys end up 2020 fighting these caliber fights, actually gonna threaten their own. I think it's time for everybody to pay some respect to all these young dudes. There shouldn't be no hate on these guys. If these fights happen before 2020, and these guys actually fight these fights, I don't think there should be hate. I think they should be congratulated.
Yeah. First of all, basically, obviously Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell, they're gonna be fighting. I think that's confirmed already. So respect to both fighters. I know Luke Campbell, he's all about the fire. He's always up for it. He will fight the best. He's an Olympic gold medalist. So, and Ryan Garcia, he's stepping up. You know what I mean? Credit to the guy. You know what I mean? I'm not one of those type of people that hate on fighters. I think the Teofimo Lopez fight, that's definitely gonna happen with Loma. I just think it's about, they're talking about a little bit about money, but they never canceled it. So that fight, of course, is still gonna happen. Hopefully, it will happen. And Fortuna against David Haney. Why not? Eddie can make that fight. Why not? I don't think that's confirmed though. But we will see.
I just mentioned I feel like if Devin Haney goes and fight for the Tuna with all these other fights, and a lot of people have been talking about these young fighters already. Virgil Ortiz, they fight a good step up fight with Samuel Vargas. That's a good step up fight. They're moving them well, in my opinion. So if these other guys also fight these type of fights, I think these guys should be commended. And I feel like at this age, these guys are actually, this era is doing something different from the past era with the current prime era that we have today.
And you know what? I feel like they should be, because look at what the women are doing. The last couple women fights, everybody had like 0 losses, and they're putting their O's on the line, bro.
These women got more balls than the men's. That's the same, man.
Why can't we show our balls and just, put that shit on the line, bro? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Women are doing it and we're not doing it. What the fuck?
Hey,
man.
It speaks volume, man. It speaks volume. And think about it. The women are doing it, and then these young guys are doing it. And the prime fighters are like, come on, look. Earl Spence, Bud Crawford, I'm not giving them no pass no more. I'm not giving that fight no pass. Because
we done with that shit. Fuck him. Yeah.
He's 33 years old. Earl Spence, 31. You know what? I'm not even looking at that fight. I think people should even stop talking about that fight.
The thing is though, that fight, of course, the reason why it's not happening is, one, they're not on the same side of the street. And two, obviously, Errol, of course, he had some accident. And even before the accident, I don't think they're going to make that fight because, Bob, of course, he's a stubborn guy. Heyman, the same thing as well. I don't think they're going to agree on the price. Plus, EJ, he believes, he's worth more than Bud. So it's about money, you know what I mean? And Bud, he wants 50-50. So it's all about that, man. I don't really pocket watch, but I just think it's not worth 50-50. I just think Errol should get more. But for that fight, if you want to see that fight, it has to be 50-50. Otherwise, it's not gonna happen.
I think my bad, Punch. Go ahead.
No, go. I just said I think Earl should have a slight more. Just got 2 belts. He had successful pay-per-views, and he's about to go another pay-per-view fight. And it probably be successful.
And I also think that like they should put some fucking respect on Errol's name right now, because the dude almost lost his life. You know what I'm saying? Like when that happened, bro, I posted that shit on Facebook. People that didn't even know who Errol Spence was because they're casuals. You know what I'm saying? We're like, oh damn, like who's that? Oh, I hope he lives. And this and that. I was like, yo, pray for this guy. You know what I'm saying? Because that would have been a sad thing right there to lose Errol Spence in this division right now. You know what I mean? And we would have never known his potential. So now he lived. He
Thank
lived.
God, man.
Exactly. Thank God. So he lived. So I want to see people put like. That's why he said, "Take me into deep waters. I want to swim with the sharks." You know what I'm saying? And I want to see his promoters and everybody else bring that shit to the table to him. You know what I mean? Like, let him get the fights that he wants. You know what I mean? And you don't hear him when he's talking. He's not ducking smoke. You know what I mean? Like you see interviews on YouTube from a couple years ago with him and Terrence Crawford arguing that they wanted to fight. You know what I mean? Like, so it is what it is. That he's not ducking smoke. It's just that people are not putting that in front of him. So people, I'm saying Al Heyman and people that manage him and people that are close to him, they need to put him out there because we don't want to lose that potential.
I agree 100% with you, and also people got to realize, because I always discuss this. People want to call me a hater. I don't care, because the thing is, what I respect the journey of fighters. I respect the division. The welterweight is my favorite division, so I respect the journey of this. Bud Crawford is the last guy to end up in the welterweight division of these elite fighters. These guys are already fighting one another, so these guys already put in a position to fight one another. Bud Crawford's the last one to come. If Bud Crawford really wanted to get in the mix with these welterweights, he should have never signed the extension. Should have done what Manny Pacquiao did inside that 3-fight deal with PBC. And trust me, he would have got a fight with a Sean, with a Danny, with a Thurman, or with a Earl Spence, or probably he would have got that Manny Pacquiao fight in the PBC banner.
Only problem I got with that is that I get what you're saying, and I get where I hear a lot of people saying that, man, and I get that, and that you know, I wish that they could come together with that one, but only problem with that is like, okay, like you're forcing the person to be part of a particular promotional banner just to get the fights done, and I feel like that's what's wrong. There needs to be something in that equation that doesn't allow the promoters to hold the sport hostage like that. You see what I'm saying? That's what I get mad about, because I feel what you're saying. They should be fighting, but you can't say, okay, because I prefer this guy because he's paying me the type of money I like and I feel comfortable. I have a great working relationship with him. You know what I mean? Now they're saying they're not going to get me the fights because I'm not signed to them. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I'm kind of giving them power, if anything, you know?
I understand that. I just think that people just didn't acknowledge these other welterweights. That's the problem. I think that people were so ahead to look at Spence and Bud that is the welterweight division is never been held hostage. You feel me? It never been held hostage because we already got in the Kell Brook, Sean Porter, Kell Brook, Earl Spence, Keith Thurman, Porter versus Spence, and Daniel Garcia, Thurman. It was never held hostage. Just because Bud Crawford was the last guy to come in, and now he comes into the plans. It's a new plans. Just like Manny Pacquiao when he came to the PBC. There was no plans of Manny Pacquiao or whatever, or PBC. We don't know what really Manny Pacquiao was actually trying to do. We don't know if Manny Pacquiao is this his last fight? Is this his last fight? Is this his last fight? Now he got this deal. He said Manny Pacquiao wanted to face the top welterweights. He signed with a PBC to fight the best, to make those fights easier. Now, what other people need to, I understand what you're saying, Glenn, with the it's not fair. But I think that people feel like if you sign to a promotional company, that you're signed for life. Mikey Garcia just did a fight with Jesse Vargas. That's just a one-fight deal. You know, he could go back to Showtime. He could go back to Fox. You know, Bud Crawford didn't need to. He could just be like, yo, I'll sign with y'all for a 2-fight deal, and these are the fights that I'm looking for. If I don't get this fight, then I'm out. You know, easy.
Yeah, and I see it on the flip side too, though. Like Bob Arum could be holding him hostage. I'm not saying just the PBC. I'm saying like the promotional companies in general. Like they're holding their fighters hostage. I feel, you know what I mean? Because I understand what you're saying as far as like they're not being held hostage because they're fighting each other on the PBC side, but they're all under the same banner. See what I'm saying? Yeah. I just feel Bob Arum also could be holding them hostage. You see what I'm saying? You feel me?
I understand. I truly think that people, including myself, need to change that narrative as well. I truly understand. I think it's becoming unfair, that narrative that, oh, why you didn't sign with this.
Yeah.
I understand. You know.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying, man. I'm trying to be fair because we want to see the sport. We boxing fans, right? We want to see the fights. You know what I mean? And they're holding it back from us because of whatever politics is going on with that.
Well, they're holding
Yeah.
that fight, but other fights are good. See, Danny. I mean, that's a unification bout. We understand. But Daniel Garcia versus Earl Spence is not a bad fight. The people that saying that Daniel Garcia is a tuna fight, I think that's way too disrespectful.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Yeah, that's bullshit right there. Yeah, of course.
You're gonna say a top 5, top 6 welterweights now a tune-up. Nah. Now let's say if Spence would have knocked out Sean Porter and nobody knocked out Sean Porter, would have knocked him out of the 3rd round, we would have looked at Earl Spence like, oh my God. But a split decision win versus Sean Porter, I mean, his win was not wasn't like more or exciting, or he proved more than Daniel Garcia fighting Sean Porter. You know, I mean, everybody for me is neck and neck, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a great division.
What up, Carlo? Carlo's here. What up?
Hello, what's good?
Hey, what up, guys?
Talk to me, Carlo. Talk to me, because you be quiet, man. You be like that kid in the classroom, the smartest kid in the classroom. You sit in the back. I don't say nothing. I don't want to raise your hand, but pass all the.
What's up? What's up?
What's up? Nah. Ever heard of that? When people observe, they're always thinking that people talk before you talk, right? So it's just like trying to take everything in, trying to be respectful, but you know how it goes. Right?
Carlo is that type in a crowded train that everybody's trying to get in, and he's giving everybody to go in, but he's the one that's left out, and the door closes.
That's messed up. Yeah,
Hey, no lie, that's probably gonna be me, but that's how it is, bro. I just try to make sure everyone get to talk in before I go, because trying to be respectful and stuff, right? That's how I just grew up. But if it's an elevator, I'll probably just take the stairs after all that. I agree with all you guys says. The most disrespect I ever heard is just when Danny Garcia is considered a tune-up fight, right? People forget that this guy's a champion, right? He was one of the top welterweights, right? You were talking about before Errol Spence was in the picture. You were talking about Keith Thurman. You were talking about Danny Garcia. You're talking about Sean Porter, right? These were he is a legitimate champion, and with this fight with Errol Spence, I don't think Errol Spence should overlook an opponent, because Danny Garcia is very dangerous. Yeah. He can counter, right? People don't understand it. He can counter, and when he counters and when he connects, people will go down, right?
Now, you know what's funny though? You know what's funny? That Danny Garcia is a tune-up, right?
Yeah.
And they say, what have Danny Garcia done in the welterweight division? Who is he really beaten in the welterweight division?
Wow.
And he's living off of what he did in 140. But then the same thing I can say about Bud Crawford. Why should I Bud Crawford? Yeah. What did he do in 100 in the welterweight division? He got one belt. Danny Garcia had one belt. Who did he beat?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. I got Spence beating both of them though. I mean, I don't think either one was a tune-up. I think that's what Carlos saying. That's disrespectful to call Danny Garcia a tune-up. He's nobody's tune-up. But
right.
Yeah, I still got Spence winning.
No, I get
it's
that.
It's not tune-up, but you can say who's gonna win. But for you to say, or for anyone else to say that, that's a tune-up, I think that's quite disrespectful. And I don't think Errol Spence Jr. is not taking Danny Garcia lightly. I think he's training hard. He's a fighter. He respects him. It's just the fans, innit? All narratives, sometimes we have to change it. Like you said, Mr. Moonshine, we have to change that narrative. This thinking, this negative thinking, we have to change it, bro, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, he just came back from a terrible accident, right? Nobody knows who he is mentally and physically in the ring.
But also that, my fault, but also that narrative I want to change, because yes, he's been in an accident. Yeah, I will understand that he's been in an accident, but did he break a leg? Did he break a fist? Did he dislocate a shoulder? Did he break a fracture? Did he break his face or the bone? Something. Because Earl Spence is saying out of his mouth that he's ready in his first interview. He's ready. He's ready to fight. He's already told Al Heyman months later, look, I'm willing to swim with the sharks. I didn't have no major, God bless me, I didn't have no major issues. then I'm gonna go by what Earl Spence is saying. I'm not gonna buy because I'm just gonna discredit Daniel Garcia for winning. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm gonna put it like this. When I was young, I jumped off a third from the third floor in the building.
Wow.
Right? Somebody else could die, but me, I actually ain't break nothing. You know what? I went to school the next day.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Like, God save you.
Can I ask a question? Where is this Danicio coming from? Am I missing something? Why do you keep calling this guy Danicio Garcia?
Danny Swift. What are you talking about?
Oh, that's it, Danny Swift? Is that what you're saying? I keep hearing Danicio Garcia.
That's funny.
Well, listen.
No, it's funny, yo.
Listen, though,
when I hear Ariana Grande when she's talking about "Thank You X," it sounds like bacon eggs. Yo, listen to that shit. I bet you the next time you hear that song, you're gonna hear bacon eggs.
Oh, you just made
it's the accent in
it. Danny Swift. Danny.
Oh, okay. I got you.
But listen, Mr. Moonshine, listen. Basically, Errol Spence, when he had that accident, that terrible accident that God saved him, like basically he just broke like some of his teeth in it, tooth. So basically, like nothing else was wrong with him. So I think he's ready. He's not making no excuses. We shouldn't make no excuses either. So if something was wrong with him, like he wouldn't take this fight. This fight is a massive fight. So he's fit and ready, like you know what I mean. And he believes that he will beat Danny Garcia. You know what I mean?
And he didn't take this fight either.
Yeah, he's looking small and all that. Like there's still, the concrete being knocked out is being knocked out. Maybe he has a soft spot now. Maybe he's more susceptible to being knocked out before the car accident. After the car accident than before. And those are questions, and we need to see him. But for me, there's not a big enough question for me to switch my pick. Even with the broken teeth and all that, like, no, he didn't break a bone, but he did break some teeth, which means the impact was hard enough to break teeth. And there were reports that he was knocked unconscious. So, yeah, I mean, there is a question, but the question is, like I said, to me, not enough to switch a pick.
Yeah, but he wouldn't take this fight. If he was, like, really, really badly injured, like, he wouldn't take this fight. He would have probably took a tune-up. So people want to say, like, Danny is a tune-up. Nah. I think Errol knows, like, himself. He's a smart guy, and he knows, like he's ready to fight this guy. So,
yeah, the only thing is he's ready before when everybody knew he wasn't ready. So him saying he's ready, who knows? That could have been a drugs talking.
Yeah, don't you?
Only time will tell.
Like, don't you think enough tests, enough screening, and of course, I already know Al Haymon would not let Earl Spence in a fight like this if he didn't think it was smart. So. For the people saying like, "Oh, gee, he's like Spence had a concussion that's serious." A concussion is serious, but this is November. This happened. When did this happen?
Last year, November.
Yeah, it's gonna be over a year. It's gonna be over a year. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, come on. Like, we're gonna think about a concussion that happened last year. Like, come on.
And bear in mind, like
after the first one, though, they start piling up. That's the issue. Like, that's the question mark. It's just whether or not Danny Garcia is going to be the one who cashes in on it.
This is boxing, Smoke. You never know. Like a one punch can end everything, right? Like,
exactly. One punch can end.
Yeah, no, Danny, that's the intrigue of the fight, right?
That's really a heavyweight saying. That's really for the heavyweights.
It depends on what kind of finisher you are. I think if Linares was a better finisher, he might have gotten Loma out of there. I think if Campbell was a better finisher, those one shots that make a guy stumble and make him put him on the back foot, and now you're fighting off instinct. Yeah, different fighter.
Well, Danny's a good finisher, though. But you don't think Danny's a good finisher?
Yeah, but Danny's got to get him hurt first.
Yeah. If he hurts Spence, do you think Danny can finish the fight?
It depends on how hurt Spence is. Like, we've seen Spence hurt, but we haven't seen Spence hurt to the point where he's about to get finished.
Well, true. He never had that proven chin yet, right? If he get flushed.
I think Kell Brook has as much pop as Danny, right? He was pushing him back pretty hard. It was a tough fight, but and Spence was getting touched up. But I don't think at any point he was like in trouble.
No, that's true. I think. Listen, at the end of the day, Spence, he's got a chin. He fought Brook. Brook gave it to him, and he took it. and he beat Brook. So at the end of the day, you know, this guy's mentality, I think nothing's gonna stop him. Not even the car crash. I think he'll beat Danny Garcia. Otherwise, I think they wouldn't took that fight because I know how boxing works like. They wouldn't take this risk.
I disagree, P.
I got
What's
Spence.
up, Muchain? Saludos, Muchain.
Was good. I got Spence slightly, but I won't be surprised if Daniel Garcia wins. I would not be surprised.
Glenn. Saludos.
I mean, Daniel Garcia.
Dímelo, Eldu. What's up, Eldu?
What's good? What's good? He has
What's good, El Dude? What's good, El Dude?
¿Cómo está, hermano?
Daniel Garcia has seen every style in the elite level, not just coming up. Like he's seen Amir Khan, an elite. He's seen Lucas Matisse, an elite. He's seen Peterson, an elite. He's seen Porter, an elite. Thurman, an elite. Guerrero, Southpaw, an elite. He's seen these guys in their elite level. So I would not be surprised if Daniel Garcia.
I can see an upset coming. I don't be surprised.
Yeah, I just gotta go, guys. I just wanted to time in and say hi. God bless you guys.
God bless you too, Carlo.
Carlos, next time.
God bless, man. Take care, Carlo.
Yep. Carlo, get into the train first and get into the elevator first next time, bro.
Hey, buddy, dude.
I wanted
to get into the elevator, but the thing in me is saying, I gotta be respectful. You gotta go ahead, but you know what? I've been first, bro.
Take care, bro.
All right, see you guys.
Peace.
God bless.
Hey, Punch. You know what? You brought up some good points about the elites that Danny's been facing, but he's been very consistent, man, with these elites. He's always showed that he can handle it, proving, going toe to toe, close fights, possibly even winning them. You know what I mean? Being, taking advantage because of some political shit that his pops made have said that was twisted the other way around. But with Errol Spence Jr., he's not consistent, bro. He fought a Kell Brook that was an injured warrior, right? That was not an elite warrior like Danny has faced. He's also faced someone like Mikey Garcia, who was moving up in weight, and he was fighting off his jab, going backwards. That's not consistent, bro. You know what I mean? So going toe to toe with Danny Garcia, man, I got Danny Garcia winning this fight by knockout. And it has nothing to do with the accident because this was my prediction before this shit went down.
Somebody got an
Wait. Let's back that up. Let's back that train up. Lucas Matisse was what year? Because the consistency I've seen is Brandon Bam Bam Rios and Ivan Redcash. Like the elites were a while ago. Like that Thurman fight was years ago. That Matisse fight was years ago. The consistent, like we're talking about consistency, like those two things don't match with what you just said.
He could go the distance too. What's the problem?
He
got great stamina. He has great consistency with stamina, great consistency with high volumes of punching face to face with a fighter who's trying to match him.
But great consistency was years ago. The consistency of lately, like even the Porter fight was years ago.
Keith Thurman, Porter, they're still consistent fights.
Yeah, but that was years ago. He's
not an old man, bro. He's not an old man, brother.
I'm just talking about consistency. We're talking about, you're saying that he fought consistent high level opponents years ago.
Okay, but is Errol Spence consistent when he fought one time a year? Back in that time that you're criticizing Danny Garcia when Danny was active and moving up in weight?
I'm not criticizing Danny Garcia. I don't find his work at the elite level to be consistent. I don't think Ivan Redcash or Brandon Bam Bam Rios is elite.
Well, I see your point, but I would argue that he's more consistent than Errol Spence Jr. That he's more consistent.
I don't, and especially over the last 3 years, I think Errol Spence has fought the better competition.
No, he has not, bro. He fought against Mike on his back foot. That's not consistent, bro.
I got it. And you know who?
And he would do the same versus Danny. Too afraid to engage, bro. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I hear you, but he's fought Brandon Bam Bam Rios and Ivan Redcash.
And what happened what happened to Rios? What happened to Rios? An all-out brawler that can swing with like Errol Spence Jr.
What happened to Rios win when he fought Manny Pacquiao years ago? Like that's my point. It's like we're talking about elite fighters. Brandon Bam Bam Rios was not an elite fighter when he fought Daniel Garcia. And not only that,
remember Errol Spence Jr. beating Ocampo, punching him in the balls and pushing him to the corner?
I got it. I hear what you're saying. But Porter is a better fighter. Porter last year is a better fighter than everybody that Daniel Garcia fought in that time. A lot of people had Porter winning that fight. The last good fighter that Daniel Garcia fought was Sean Porter.
And many people had Porter winning that fight, and many people had Danny beating Porter.
I got it, just not the three people who matter.
Ego?
And listen, I'm not even arguing the result. We're just talking about the elite level of competition. Not even talking about the result.
We're talking about the consistency who has performed at that high elite level with high performance, right, with no excuses, and you got to give it to Danny Garcia over Earl Spence Jr., especially with every excuse going to be coming in this time.
Okay, years ago, sure. If you want to turn back the clock and go to get in your way back machine, then yeah, I got you. I'm definitely with you. But recently, no, I'm not.
So you think Errol Spence Jr. You think he's very consistent with his style? You think his style, what he showed against Danny, what he showed against Mikey, will work against Danny Garcia? Back foot, jabbing, not engaging.
So the Mikey, I don't think that he needs to fight Mikey Garcia the same way that he fights Danny, because I think they present different problems, but they do have some similar attributes, right? They both rely on timing. They both have great balance and are always in a position to punch, right? I think they're both a little bit flat, but I think Danny has way better lateral movement. But as far as attributes go, no, I think Danny is a much better welterweight than Mikey Garcia.
Exactly.
But that's not the issue. That is a different issue than fighting elite competition, especially if you're talking about in their recent bouts.
Recent is Keith Thurman and Sean Porter compared to what Errol Spence has done with Ocampo, Mikey, and Porter. I give it to Danny all the way, bro. That's
recent.
Proven. That's solid.
Right, but I don't count Thurman as recent. That's a throw Thurman in there as far as a really high level competitor opponent, but that was years ago.
Now, what I'm saying with that is that his experience of fighting these type of styles in the elite level. Now, I'm not saying he needs to fight them in a row. What I was saying is that Dennis Garcia has experience fighting elite dudes in the while they're in their prime, and all these guys have different styles, and he held his own. So I'm just looking at just basically off experience that maybe he's going to run into Errol Spence and not find it very, very difficult, because Errol Spence is there to be hit. Errol Spence, he's very technically sound. He's textbook, but he's not something like, oh my God, it's out of it. He's not this type of freak of nature. The movement is not out of this place, out of this world for me to really have to adjust to something real difficult. You know, Errol Spence comes to
I don't think so either. I think it's more the punishment. I think that Errol Spence punishes you. So it's whether or not you want to sit in there and take the punishment and what you're gonna do about it.
Yeah, how about it? Yes. Is Dennis Garcia gonna answer the questions that Errol Spence got for him? I understand.
I missed the last couple minutes because I was getting a delivery from DoorDash, so I apologize. But with this conversation here, like I feel like when it comes down to it, yeah, Errol Spence can punish you. I don't feel like Danny Swift Garcia though has really been that vulnerable. Like, his face gets touched up, bro. You see red marks because he's light skinned, but you don't really see him like all he does is like counter when he gets in trouble, he counters, and he starts bringing it right back to you. I never seen him like look at the Thurman fight, look at the Porter fight, the two fights that on paper he lost, and look at for example, the Mauricio Herrera fight in Puerto Rico where some people feel like he lost. And all of those, any competitive fight that he's in, he turns up the heat when he's in that kitchen. Like he turns up the heat.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Sean Porter humbles everybody's mind. When they think somebody is way overhyped, he humbles the mind. If you're a Danny Garcia fan, if you think that he was a special dude, oh my God, Sean Porter humbles that. If you think Keith Thurman was all this special, oh my God, he humbles that. If you thought that Errol Spence was all this almighty, Sean Porter's humble that. Sean Porter is the one that's humbled this whole welterweight division.
For real. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that lets him down is really his accuracy. He smothers his work and he throws a lot of shots and you don't know if they land. Errol Spence does not have that issue. He throws a lot of shots and you see they land. His shot, his punch, his shot selection, and his placement are way better than Porter's, yet he has the same output.
Yeah,
that's a great point. That's a great point because when it comes down to Porter, you're right. He rushes in and then he pushes you back to the ropes, and he keeps throwing blows. You know what I'm saying? And then, but you see, the difference here is going to be the fact that that Danny will take that step back when you come in to do that work. He's going to take a step back and try to counter you. So, and even if you hit him, you know what I'm saying, he's going to take the punch. I'm pretty sure, because Errol Spence didn't drop down Mikey Garcia. He didn't knock him out. You know what I mean? So now you're talking about Danny Garcia that got a fucking chin. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so it makes it a little more interesting, because now Danny Garcia has been in wars already. Errol Spence, you know, that Porter fight was a war. Kell Brook, but Kell Brook was a little damaged. You know what I mean? And so it makes it real interesting, because I got high hopes for Errol Spence. I really have high hopes for Errol Spence. So you can never call me an Errol Spence hater. Like I just told you before, like I was praying for him when he got in that car accident. I think he's going to be a big name, and he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. He just has to do the right things in order to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, because right now the resume is not there with where we would expect him to be.
I got high hopes for all the time. Division. I mean, if we need to switch all these narratives around, and let's just break it down logically and simplify things. Let's just give these guys the credit. Nobody has really separated themselves. You know, if somebody's better than anybody in the welterweight division, the elite level, is probably just by a hair. But it's still a lot to see. It's still a lot to see. And the more that we respect these fighters, the more we're gonna respect the wins. You know, that's how I see it.
Yeah, you gotta respect the fighters, but as fans, you also have to. I heard Nico. Yeah, man. No, as boxing fans, you have to respect the boxers, but you have to criticize, you know, certain things that you're gonna put the money down. You have to say, wait a minute, what's his weakness? And Errol Spence Jr. has a new weakness, bro. He has a new grill. And if I were fighting somebody who had a new grill, I'm gonna be trying to bust them in their teeth as hard as I can to see those teeth fly off. Because that's what happens when you got these caps or dentures, whatever they put.
Yeah, I feel you. But I just mean, like,
it's a target.
Let's say like the Danny Garcia tune-up stuff. Then if Errol Spence beats Danny Garcia, then another fan will be like, well, he was just a tune-up. He ain't surprised me. He ain't do anything. But if we give this guy some respect, then, you know, that's a great win. A great back-to-back win if we show them the respect. I'm not going by what, or let's say for another example, Devin Haney, let's say we'll beat Lomachenko. I haven't seen nothing from Devin Haney to even be like, is he going to be able to really compete with a guy like Lomachenko? Haven't seen it yet. Let me get a couple of fights. Maybe in this next fight, he does something special with a top 15 lightweight fighter. Then we'll move on to that conversation. But let's respect the journey. Let's respect who they are. Look at Edgar Berlanga. They talking about him and Canelo Alvarez. Relax. Let the dude grow. Relax. Because you're only gonna be frustrated with Carlos. I mean with Edgar if he goes a whole 12 round. The people will be like, oh man, he wasn't all of that. You see, he wasn't all of that. We have high hopes. Let's just respect the journey.
Yeah, I feel that way about Ortiz. I wanted the guy to develop and find his path, make sure so he knows what kind of fighter he is, right? So he's confident in his ability and skill set before you put him in with Terrence Crawford and all that other stuff, like the stuff that they're talking about. But the fans want to throw him in right now.
Yeah, man. Yo. My people, y'all already know tomorrow is Happy Hour Thursday. That's when we go all night long. But I'm about to time out on this.
Okay, all right. You didn't want to talk about Kamala? That's tomorrow? That's tomorrow's show?
That's tomorrow, man.
Yo, you could try to get Tefimo Senior on, bro. Damn.
Yo.
So he could win that heat in this channel, you know?
Yo, let's get closing thoughts.
When we was talking, con el que yo estaba hablando casi.
Sí.
Él me tiró.
¿Te tiró? Ok. ¿Qué quiere que él venga a hablar mierda aquí? Tú sabes. My son is not scared.
I told you he wasn't scared. I told you my son wasn't scared. I told you I hate it. Ay. When he comes,
I need him, bro. We need him. Con H money, eh?
I hate it.
I definitely raised the black glove fist for T.O. Get yours, man. Forget what these people are talking about.
Yo, Punch, get some closing thoughts, man.
We got historic night. It's more than being great fight. It's more than a great event. It's an historic fight, baby. Teofimo Lopez, Lomachenko.
Yo, get some closing thoughts, bro.
Some closing thoughts? Yo, I could just talk about this fight. Look, ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know. We got Luke Campbell versus Ryan Garcia. We got Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko. We got Gervonta Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. We don't know what Devin Haney's going to do. We have Virgil Ortiz versus Samuel Vargas. Today's young lions are actually doing.
And David Benavidez, don't forget the sábado. David Benavidez.
David Benavidez, 23 years old. 2 more fights.
Jose Ramirez fighting on August 29 with the poster.
The young lions are the one that's setting the tone for boxing. After this 2020, I don't want to see nobody. It's these young fighters. We got to praise these young fighters, ladies and gentlemen. Preach, punch, breach. We got Teofimo Lopez. Like I said, once that fight comes through fruition, once that fight gets close, you won't see that franchise belt going to be transferable. Believe you me, the WBC is not going to walk away from Teofimo Lopez if he beats him. It makes no logical sense. I'm telling y'all, ladies and gentlemen, get your merch. Y'all already know. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Get my updated videos. You already know. I am the best at this. And tune this Saturday. David Benavidez, live commentary on Punch Wrong Boxing. The best in the business. We count every punch. You know I could score bell better than anybody in the mother effing tube. Woo! One more.
Deuces, homie.
Yo, thanks for having me, Mr. Moonshine. I'll probably see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. I'll see you on the next one.
Peace out.
Bueno, buenas noches, mi hermano. Ya lo sabe, bro.
Our Thursday with Punch Drunk. Get your drinks. If you drink wine, if you drink rum, if you drink whiskey, if you drink tequila, yo, tomorrow, happy hour Thursday. We get it in. Everything goes.
Hey, bro, when I want to talk about tomorrow, bro, Felix Verdejo sparring with who? With who? Ugas. Sparring with Ugas.
Hey, you know who spars with Ugas and Sean Porter too, right?
Who's that?
Teofimo Lopez, baby.
Oh, shit. We all in the fucking same camp here. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, brother, have a great night, brother. I appreciate you having me on.
All right, dude. All right, everybody, God bless y'all. On to the next.